friends, welcome to my video, my what I colored in July video. This is only half of the pile of what I colored this month. I colored an absurd amount of pictures this month. I literally did nothing else, more than I've ever colored in a month. I don't know what got into me, but I'm on a roll. So I'm going to show you everything I did, some gorgeous things in here, some not so good, some that I really wish I had done differently. At the very end, I'm going to show you my absolute favorite that took me all month long, like took me forever. It's a double page spread in my Japanese Cinderella book. It's gorgeous and it's got the whole castle and everything. It took forever and I just finished the final details in the little galaxy before I started this video with my stickle. So it's drying right open, so I'll do that at the end. So I hope maybe it'll be dry by the time I get to the end of the video. But that's my favorite, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. I am going to tell you to keep an eye out for a video on Sunday where I have some two or three coloring book lots for sale. I'm going to show you in there. Anyone who's interested can email me, first come, first serve. I also am going to tell you about all my new free upcoming giveaways. I have some pencil sets. These are all things I've colored. I have some pencil sets, some markers, some books, some printables, lots of things I'm giving away for those who join my new private Facebook group, where you can come in and share your work as well and join in the contests and learn about new products and just have fun. And so it's for all the people here on my channel that are going to be in my color along groups. So I will release the info on that coming up here soon, and where you can go to join and enter those contests. And I'm also going to tell you all the new things that are going to be happening on my channel with my private groups. And lastly, I showed you my vintage I Love Lucy adult coloring book, the official coloring book to I Love Lucy, a video I did the other day, which is really a hard book to come by. I think there's like 1 or 2 copies on eBay. And I was telling you that I have a gigantic painting of I Love Lucy, a one of a kind, 6 feet wide. It's like half my bigger, double wide of like my huge desk above my desk. And I forgot to insert that picture into that video, and someone asked me about it, so I'm going to insert that picture here if I can. And if I'm still talking, you don't see the picture, you know it didn't work. So hopefully you see that. But yeah, a friend of mine painted it in 2000 when I moved to Oregon in 2000 after the turn of the millennium. He was an artist. His kid was in art school with my kid, and so he painted it for me because I was a big I Love Lucy fan. So it's a one of a kind, and I don't know what's gonna happen to it after I die because it's huge. So anyway, let's get into the flip throughs, everybody. Keep an eye out for my Sunday videos. Here we go. Okay, so let's get into some of my printables. I honestly don't know how I did so much this month, but I want to start with one of my favorites I did this month, which is the Barbie one. You guys might have seen a little short I did where I was actually coloring the golden dress. So this was actually a free printable I found online years ago, and it was sitting in my gigantic bin of printables I've saved over the years, and I decided I finally want to do it. I was able to find it. Why is there a dead mosquito on here? So I'm going to actually put that on my new Facebook page where you guys can go in and download it if you want to color it yourself. In my little short, I did show how I did the dress, which was mostly gold stickles, gold marker, things like that. And everything else is pretty similar. This was Western Barbie. These were all from the 70s, 80s. Western Ken, my first Barbie doll, which obviously was sooner than that, and the Happy Birthday Barbie doll. And I looked up the vintage dolls of these and tried to get their outfits similar. My only bummer is I did the car too much of a hot pink. It should have been more of a medium pink. So whatever. It's hard. I didn't really swatch ahead of time, but yeah, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. And I put stickles in the clouds here and on the dress and everywhere. Their eyes were really hard to work with. They look a little psychotic. And this one has, I tried to give her teeth and she looks a little like she shouldn't be smiling in her beauty pageant. But other than that. All right, next. Oh, by the way, all of this was done in Ohuhu markers. So next I have, this one was great fun. This was Kevin Teo art. It's an A4 size printable from Etsy. I kept it real simple. This was done in my brand new alcohol markers I got for my birthday, which I believe are the Chart Pack Spectra Ad markers, the pro markers. And I think I did a video when I did my review of them on here. I was doing this picture. And these are just simple stickers, elevated 3D stickers I got from Michael's, which is a nice little background trick if you want to leave it white. Find a kind of coordinating sticker color, put in there for a few, not overkill for your background. But I went with kind of this vintage look with her earrings. If you can see how I did her glasses, I used a light gray and kind of taupe skin tone translucent tinted marker with the Spectrum Noir Sparkle stick once I finished her skin tone and everything underneath. And I love my kind of vintage color palette. So yeah, this was really fun. And I actually have giant red glasses just like that. All right. So here's another fun one that was kind of an experiment. I don't remember who this was by. This was an Etsy printable. I'll see if I can find it and link it below with everything else. My mom was a painter, you know, an acrylic painter. She did tons of paintings. I think I showed some of her paintings in one of my previous videos. So this made me think of that. And I wanted to go kind of with retro theme. So I did the retro colors of her outfit, her skin tone being kind of ethnic, with the orange hair with brown roots. And this background was entirely an experiment, and what I used was plastic stencil sheets of circles. And I would kind of lay it out in quadrants, and I would brush over it with a soft brush my gelatos. The only thing I hadn't really planned on is that the gelatos get gunked up around the edge of the circle once you've done a few areas, and then when you lay it back down, you get darker on the sides from it's kind of gunked around the sides. So this was the best part, you know, where I did first, and I worked my way, and then it got gunked up as I went, but I used 3 different blues. So that was fun. You know, I was experimenting with backgrounds this month, and I just used a white Prismacolor pencil for the canvas. Yeah, but this made me think of her, and I did the sunflower stickers and kind of the hippie look. This was all done with my Master's Touch Hobby Lobby markers. All right, this is hilarious, but this was work in progress from like 1 or 2 Christmases ago. It was a Hannah Lynn, I think a Patreon. It wasn't even a Christmas one, but it was when she did her air, wind, sun, sky, snow series or something like that. It was at least a year ago. I've had this in my uncompleted bin, and it was only like, it was mostly done except the background. And so I had decided I wanted it to be a Christmas theme when I first started, like a long time ago. All done. I don't remember what I used. It was doing markers, but I did stickles and white pencil for the sky and stuff, and a white Posca pen. I made an error here, did a big old blob of paint. But yeah, you know, it wasn't very good because it was kind of old, but I tried to fix it up and finally finish it. So there you go. All right. This one you've probably seen. Oh my God, I have so many oil stains here from when I was doing those oil pastels. I have to get a new backdrop. This is, you've probably seen this. I did, actually, no, you haven't seen this yet. Yeah, I did. I'm doing my new Copic marker skin tone series. I released video 1, full tutorial, and this was video 2, and I think I only showed like a teaser, a short. This is the completed video. In it, I mostly just did the skin, showed you how to do a translucent inner tube, and how I did the glasses, because someone had asked me how to do glasses, and I did put it in this video. So these are tinted sunglasses, you can see. So there is a whole trick to that, and I use, of course, metallic pen for her earring, and alcohol marker for the rest with an alcohol marker blender to lighten up the teddy bears. Same with the water, all alcohol marker, and some, I believe, an Ohuhu glitter pen for the whistle. So I did show how I did like the water and the bathing suit and the sky and the hair, but all the rest I did show in there. So I'll be releasing that video sometime this week. Next, I have another one you might have seen. This was Also in one of my product tutorials, box testing of a new alcohol marker, these might have also been the Chart Pack Spectra Ad Pro markers. I think I got like 3 different alcohol markers for my 50th birthday, and this was one of them. When I did this to test out the markers, I did this right before the video so you could see what they looked like, and then I tested the markers in some other books, and this was all done in those markers, even I believe the skin. And they're absolutely amazing, and I love them. They blended really well. This is a deryacakirsoy printable from Etsy. Again, this time I did reading glasses, tad bit of glint and sparkle to them. And on her jewelry, all metallic pens, some stickles on her purse, and things like that. Fun, fun, fun. Didn't do much background. I like how those colors, the bold summer colors, just pop on the page, so I left it like that. All right, here is another one you might have seen. This was my my Copic Marker Skin Tone Series video 1. This was the girl I did in the video I did release, where I did her skin tone in 3 or 4 different Copic colors, and then I went on to finish the picture in these gorgeous colors, all with my Ohuhu Honolulu Set B series, which is my favorite, what I recommend, and I use for most of my tutorials. I left the background white, and what I did here, you see it looks like confetti in the background. All I did for this little accent of background was just take some gel pens and just tap the tips on them and dot the page like confetti, just for, again, another little accent over white. You can see her glasses. So I did this, the whole skin tone, and then the eyes and the eye makeup, and then I did the glasses covering over that. I don't remember if I showed that in the video. And for the glass, I did a Spectrum Noir translucent pen with white gel pen, and then made the lemonade inside. And I did an accidental blob of ink on her ring, but now she has a real big ring. So yeah, that was a really fun one. I loved it. Okay. This one is Hannah Lynn's Patreon, her Summer Girl, which I did. Poolside. For the skin on this one, I also did, I believe I did a hoo-hoo on this skin tone. And that is what I'm going to do next. Once I finish my Copic Marker Skin Tone Series, I'm going to do an Ohuhu Marker Skin Tone Series. But yeah, really simple. All of this is done in Ohuhu markers, give or take some sparkle. And I did some stickle liquid pearls for her lips, and of course her glasses. This is my last printable, and I bombed the background, but I loved the girl. So this was another experimental background. So this is a really sweet, cute little Victorian girl by Julia Speary. It was an Etsy printable. She looks exactly like I did as a 8-9-year-old girl, 8-10, hair and everything, and that's what inspired me to do this. And I tried another set of these kind of Victorian-y wallpapery stencils, where you lay the sheet here. I went over it with a brush with 3 different gelato colors. And so I put the quadrant here, did it here, here, and here, and then it left this kind of white stripe all the way across. So then I tried to go in there with just the green with a brush and fill it in, and then I actually dropped a blob of there and messed it up. I could not fix it. So, but it was, I'm starting to get into using more stencils for backgrounds, and that was my first experience with this type of stencil. All right, let's get into the books. Don't forget at the very end, I'm going to show you my absolute favorite, my 2-piece Cinderella spread, which I've been working on forever. It's just drying because I added the stickle accents a few minutes ago. Okay, so Rose and Her Friends 2. This is one of the books I'm trying to do as my bucket list. I did a picture last month, which you might have seen in What I Colored Last Month video. But this month I did this one. And background here has just some pan pastels, but I wanted that kind of vintage retro colors. I love this soft, fluffy, grayish pink I did on my curly mohair bear. I do regret a couple things. I love my orange and peach and yellow and gray color theme. I do regret I went too far on her lips here with the marker, so it looks like her lip goes further than it should. And I did her blush color a little too peachy to match kind of the orange here that I meant to. But other than that, I think it's really pretty, and I love his little sweater. It's so cute. And I love his fur. So that was fun. All right, deryacakirsoy, one of my absolute favorites. One of her other books is one I'm going to be doing for my new Patreon account for book completion color alongs. Last month I did, I believe, this one, and this one you might have seen. But this month I did Little Dragon Girl. This is another book I'm trying to complete. She's so cute. I love it. Love it, love it. So this background is gelatos with the round brush in a peach and a gray color. Kind of just rubbed in little circles, bubbled in. And all of the, I did spray a fixative over everything, so it's a little rough. But usually it'll be smooth. This is all marker, everything else. And I do believe I use my Shin Hand Touch alcohol markers, which are one of my favorites. But I loved her eyes. Matches everything. My little dragon. He's so cute. It looks really bright and more white in the overhead, but it's more orangey and peach when you look at it up close. So that was Daria. All right, this one is a new book I got that I've added to my bucket list. You might have seen it in a flip through. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I released the video where I got some new Etsy books, which was this one also. I was trying to think now, maybe I didn't finish it, but I love it. It's this really cute girl doing all kinds of fun scenes, and of course you can replicate the art on the other side, which I probably won't, and I did not. I did this one. On this side, her stuff is blue and gold. I wanted mine to be pink and lime. I made a big error on her skin. I made the mistake of doing her skin in the middle of the night when I was up late and watching TV, using only the light of the TV for my pencils. And I thought I was grabbing I was using these are all Color pencils, and I thought I was grabbing a skin tone, and I was accidentally grabbing a green beige is one of the colors. So it has that green tint on her skin. So I'm like, oh my God, I didn't see it till the next day. And I thought, what do I do now? I tried to fix it a little, it just made it worse. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to put the lime green into the background and kind of make her look like she's kind of a little bit of an alien ballerina girl, I guess, is the best I can do. So, live and learn. Make sure you have good lighting when you're selecting colors. But yeah, this background is all gelatos with a brush. You can see her up close. My shirt keeps getting in the way. But yeah, I love this book. I'm going to do this whole book. It's so much fun. Love it. I should release that video for you guys. Sometimes I'll record a bunch of videos at once and release them slowly over like 2 weeks. Oh, I want to show this one because I'm so excited about it. Two new books from Etsy. I also may or may not have shown you yet. This is another one I added to my bucket list. This is something or other dolls. It just came out a month ago. It's cute as a bug's ear. It's one of the ones where I won't replicate the art and do my own style, but they're all like just kind of vintage looking sweet doll scenes. And I'm going to keep most of my backgrounds white, and I did this one. And I have to say that I used my Brute Fruiners pencils, my 500 Brute Fruiner set in this, and it was amazing. Like, it's so silky and blendable and creamy on this paper, which is also very silky. And it even looks better than the picture on the other side. You know, I did a little similarity. On this side, there's painted like flowers and stuff on, and it was just purely white on this side. So I'm like, how did they get that? and I don't draw, so unless I had a stencil, that wouldn't have worked. So I just did a cute little yellow apron. So I love it. I love her. I just can't wait to do this whole book because I love dolls. And just to keep all the backgrounds white so they all look together nice. But just, you know, there's some color on some of them already. But just to be able to go through and look at all the pictures I've done along with the art, I think is going to be so much fun. So I'm going to do a page each month, maybe 2 in this book. This one as well. Another brand new book I got. Absolutely love it to pieces. Added it to my bucket list books. It's very easy coloring, soft sepia colors, sweet, cute animals. And I'm also going to leave the scenes kind of, and they're kind of vintage looking too. I'm going to leave them all uncolored. And so I did this one. Again, I like to do my own colors. I don't like to copy. I don't even usually look at what the colors are in this one unless I'm really stumped. On this guy here, I didn't know what the heck he was when it was just line art. I couldn't tell. So I was studying this guy, and when I realized that's a hat on a frog head, you know, kind of a thing. But I love the cream background, beautiful paper again. And I have to say, I did this whole picture in my very inexpensive budget Fila pencils, which I'm about to do a review for because I finally swatched the whole book in my Amazon paper swatch book. And it's one of the pencils I'm going to recommend using some of my follow along coloring tutorials in my new Patreon account because it's a super inexpensive pencil set. And look how great it worked. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot of this book. It's just cute as a bug's ear. I absolutely love it. All right. So this one I'm excited about. This is another bucket list book, and this is a storybook of the night before Christmas, done with mice, and I wanted to color it in as good a mediums as I have. So I'm using my Caran d'Ache Luminance. The first time I have ever used my Luminance pencils. I've had them for 2 years. Not kidding. And I want it to save it to be like a family heirloom when I'm done, so I can read to my grandson when he's older. And I did start the intro. I did do the intro pictures here with my Luminance pencils. It is very hard with pencils to not get a little crumb here or there on the white, or, you know, when you're coloring, your finger touches it. You know, I got a few more than you can even see that I tried to touch up with a white gel pen. It's really hard. I thought about doing a slight dusting of like a gelato or pan pastel, just kind of around them. So I might go back and do that when the whole book's done, but then I have to spray it with the fixative, so I'm not sure. But I can tell you the Luminance were amazing. And of course, this is a glossier paper. Now, I made a mistake. I ruined it already. I used a water-based marker for right around here because I did 3/4 of her apron and stuff, and then stopped to finish the next day. You know, I went about my business, and then my pencil went missing because my grandson picked it up when he was here, and I don't know what happened to it. He's 2 years old. So anyway, I had to go back. I grabbed a water-based marker thinking it wouldn't bleed through, and finished it, and it did. It's because this paper is so thin. So that's a real bummer. The same up here. I touched up, I actually used a artist pen, which are also, they never bleed through paper and still bled through this right there. So live and learn. I'll try to touch all that up at the end, whatever. And I started little scenes on this one. This is my favorite because it's going to take so long to do this. But yeah, you know, it's a Christmas book, right? So it's going to take a whole year of doing a spread a month. You can't just do this in December or I won't get it done for like 10 years. So I'm excited about that though, because I want to finish the whole book. You guys might have seen this in a tutorial, Joshua Dunbar's Easy Summer. Actually, no, I have not released that video. I take that back. I got my brand new 260 set of shuttle art pencils, in which I colored this picture with my shuttle art pencils, which are a very budget pencil. For 260 pencils, it was like 30 bucks. And I did this whole picture in it after testing on some other papers in the video. I haven't released the video. Background is pan pastel with a fixative. You might have seen a little short I did, if I released it, doing the boat. I don't know, but I mean, this was on Amazon paper and they did pretty good. I put some sparkles and stuff here. So this is my other tutorial I'm doing with Prismacolor pencils. It's gonna be a full tutorial. I've only filmed half the video, and you can see the Prismacolor ink is so rich that if you close the book, you know, you put it in a pile of books with books on top, you actually get the pencil through. Isn't that interesting? Now these two here, I based with alcohol marker before I did the pencil over it because I was running out of time. It was taking me like 3 days to do this picture and I was over it because it was like, and it was getting boring. So I did a green and purple base and then went over with the pencil. So just to test also how well the Shell Art pencils go over ink, which it looks really nice and fluffy and I like that. So there you go. Easy summer. This was fun. This was a new book I covered last month. I did like 4 pages in here. I absolutely love it. This Manga Sparkle Kawaii Shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, sorry, talking to myself. A cute shimmery anime manga style coloring book. And I decided to do this whole thing in pastel markers and leave all the backgrounds white and keep it very simple. And so I could easily use my Ohuhu 96 pastel set. And I did 4 pages. And there's already pink in the pages, so it's hard to tell, but look how pretty it looks once you just add on top of the pink that's already there. So this is all my pastel markers. It was so much fun. I loved it. This one. But I actually, I have to admit that leaving a whole book of backgrounds white is new for me. I've never done that, ever. And in fact, it usually bugs me to leave backgrounds white, so I'm trying to get better about being okay with white backgrounds. Yeah, so I did the carousel, all Ohuhus, and this one. And of course, I'll do like 4 more this month. I also bought the brand new one, which is the Halloweeny one, and it has pre-tinted purple in it. And it's cute little Halloweeny scenes, which I reviewed. But I'll link both of these books below if you like. All right, next I have... well, let's look at this one first. This is Fairy Beauties by Coco Wyo, an older book. I wanted to jump in and get a page done. A lot of boo-boos in this one. I don't know what I was doing here. I wanted to do like a springtime fairy goddess. So this month I did a lot of experimenting. That's all I did all month is color and do videos. Nothing else, literally all month. So that's why I have so many more. I wanted her to be like a Midnight Summer Dreams garden fairy where she is like a chameleon, blends into the environment. So I literally did her skin the same color as the background. Never done something like that before, just to see, and I loved how it turned out. What I don't love is I tried to apply some pink blush on top of it because this was all marker. I believe I used Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers, and I went and tried to do her blush with a pencil when it wasn't all the way dry, and it just smeared and looked all circly, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So let it dry. Then I went back over it with a pink marker to fix it. It just got worse. So that was like that was a regret. I did use my brand new King Art metallic pens on all these little flowers, you can see, and the leaves. Yeah, but I thought it was a really cool idea to blend in your kind of fantasy creature with the background. I just wanted to see what happened, and I love the colors, but it was a real kind of experiment, and you know, it was interesting and fun. This is Melt Magic Cinnamon, one of my easy bucket list books from Amazon. Kind of vintage little flower girl stuff, real easy. I did do one, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do colors in the backgrounds or not. I'm going to wait until the book's done and it's all white and then go through and then decide. And of course, right when I was done, my last thing I did was finishing up this skirt. I had just sharpened the pencil and I flicked my hand the wrong way and whoosh, see that line? Whoosh, right across. Oh, so mad. Stupid little things like that just ruin it. So I'm going to try to fix it. I just haven't had a chance. I guess I can get some white out or something. I don't know. But yeah, so these were all done with Color pencils, my 300 set, and work beautifully on this paper. All right, we're getting into some of my Etsy books here. Oh God, I can't believe how much I colored this month. I need to, I really need to be doing something else with some of my time. Another one of my bucket list books I've been working on. You might have seen I did 2 pictures last month. I did a third one this month. These are the Fairy Tale Princesses, kind of gothy style, which is how I'm going about them. So last month, you might recall, I did Rapunzel, all with pan pastel background, all done in pencil. I did this crazy Mad Hattery looking girl with the gray pan pastel that makes a big mess. I did her. And this month, I did a non-traditional Cinderella. She's like the goth Cinderella. With black hair. And you're gonna laugh. I'm sure you're gonna laugh. I did not realize she was Cinderella until after I started coloring her hair black. So I wanted to do a stark black hair. For some reason I was thinking Jasmine for some reason, so blue and black, right? And as I was halfway through the hair, I'm like, uh-oh, she has mice, she has a little needle. And then I realized, you got to be kidding me, this is Cinderella. So I guess she's the goth Cinderella. More experiments with stencils. So I did cloud stencils with my blue and red and turquoise gelato, brushed right over in all 4 quadrants. Kind of an interesting look, you know. Still going about experimenting. Wasn't real happy with this brand of pencil on the paper. I used my Uni Mitsubishi pencil. They did leave a little too much streaking, so, you know, first time I used that pencil in this book. But otherwise, you know, it was fun, and she's alternative. What can I say? Live and learn. All right, and I did my very first Mythographic picture ever, and I have like 10 of the books, no joke. It's embarrassing. And Paradise is the one I chose for my bucket list book. Did my very first picture in it. I hate the hidden object thing. Is there anyone who could please tell me? Maybe you could send me an email. I can't seem to get an answer. I want to know which Mythographic books don't have the hidden objects, because I hate that. And it was a certain year or time or artist when that started or stopped, and when, so any future ones I have, maybe I only have like 8. I don't think I have 10, and they were mostly gifts, and 2 of them I don't even like. But anyway, so if someone could tell me, my email is colorinmyheart@gmail.com, or make some comments below, because I really want to know, how do I pick the books that don't have the hidden objects, because I just think that's dumb and I hate it. Okay, here it is. I did the windmills. The tulips. Easiest one I could think of to start. I was so intimidated doing this. I don't know why. I tried to cover most of the hidden objects. Like the Band-Aid, you maybe can't see right here. There's like an arcade machine up here. You know, I colored some in here, like the crayon box, and with the color of the tulips, all done in Honolulu Bee scent markers. Sky done with my Shin Hand Touch Pro, and then I used Winsor Newton white ink and a gray pencil for the clouds, and I did just an alcohol marker blender on the windmill, so it looked kind of faded. And then I did do the little stopwatch. I like gold metallic. So yeah, I was excited. So I'm going to be doing 1 page a month from this book. So yeah, we'll see. I'll try to move up to something more challenging each time. Not sure if you guys have seen. Let's get into some of my actual summer pictures. Well, this is Paradise-y summary, but Summer Holidays by Kevin Teo Art. Love this book. Loved Kevin Teo. Adore him. I recently printed all of his Disney princesses. I'm going to be showing you those. I did a picture entirely in here in Prismacolor pencil. Here, I did show a little video short on this one. Oh my gosh, Prismacolor pencils work amazing on this paper. This has got to be the smoothest blend I've had on anything I did this month. So anyway, including the skin. So yeah, this was kind of my tropical little girl here. There might be a short going around where I've shown her with some Caribbean music. So she's just playing in the dirt, in the sand, and give her some young teeth and everything. But yeah, I love that. And this is a really, really fun book. A lot of interesting, different stuff. I'm going to do this one next month. I think that one's the coolest thing ever. I kind of want to do that one too. There's bonus pages. I don't know if you guys have seen this book before, but it's on Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested. I'll link every book you see here below. So if you want to go check one out, put it to your cart, feel free. You probably saw this one. I colored and tested some brand new markers. This is the Coloring Book Cafe's 4 Seasons book. I did a whole flip through of the book and tested some brand new alcohol markers, showing you how they can work in an Amazon printed book. And I did this page, you might have seen. I believe these were my Dick Blick brand, or Blick Pro alcohol markers, the 96 set. By the time I released the video, they were out of that set. They had the smaller sets, but though I can tell you that ink is so rich, you can literally see the entire outline of the whole picture on the back, not just spots. Like you can tell what it is. It's the richest pigmented ink. It's absolutely amazing, and it works great in this book. So I did this. I don't know, it makes me think of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. So that was a really fun one. I talked all about that. I did test the markers on some other ones as well, and I'll try to link below all the videos that all this stuff refers to. So another one you might have seen, been working on my bucket list, is Garden Gnomes by Teresa Goodridge. I did last month the first page you probably saw, which is this one, all done in pencil. There's a whip. So I did half of this one, so I was able to finish this one this month. And this one was done with Uni Mitsubishi pencils, which I do not recommend. It took forever to blend anything, and I hated it on this paper. So Uni Mitsubishi pencils do not work well on Amazon paper. And then, of course, I did the next one, which is this one, all in Arteza pencils, which worked really well. Prisma would have worked the best, which I did that first picture in. Actually, the first picture had Uni Mitsubishi and Prismas. I started with Uni Mitsubishi and I gave up and moved to Prismas because it was taking so long to blend anything. So yeah, I'm trying to work my way through kind of an order. I hate doing books in order. I hate it. But I'm trying to force myself to go in order, which I'm already over it because there's some other pages I want to skip to. But oh, so let's look at the Deborah Muller stuff, you guys. I'm on a Deborah Muller binge with summer stuff. I did one in her Hot Witch, 3 in her Summertime Fun, and 3 more in Girls of Summer. Right now, my goal is to complete this book. I'm loving it. But first, let me show you the one page I did in her new Hot Witch. And these are all the artist editions, right? Which I love. And you can use alcohol marker. But I wanted a whole pink witch summer scene. I did another challenge on myself, right? I wanted to see if I could do an entire picture in all pink tones, which I did. And then at the end, I'm like, I've got to have one pop of another color in there. Every single color in here is a pink tone, except the ducky and the stars. So I took out my hoo-hoos, like 27 different pinks or something, and I just started using them. Like I didn't even swatch. I was just like, and then I used like alcohol marker. This was like a mauve pink. I used alcohol blender to kind of give it that pale look. Baby pink in here over the white. You can barely see it with a blender. 3 or 4 different pinks with an alcohol marker blender in the water, you know, and it's all right, you know. Ohuhu skin tones with some pink and purple skin tone colors as well, which didn't really go quite as well as planned, but it was all experimental and it was fun, you know. Not the best thing I've done, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to doing another picture in here. But yeah, that was a hard challenge, is to do an entire picture mostly in one color. I'm gonna try that again because it was quite the challenge. All right. Summertime Fun. I've had this book for many years, never colored in it. Since I've been so into her new summer books, I decided to just get it out and go for it. And I went nuts and loved it. I love this book. I don't know why I never colored in it before. So I did this first summer one with whatIcolored pencils, the entire thing. My sweet Summer Farm girl. Really enjoyed it. All pencil, nothing it's not pencil on here. Did my 4th of July one with Winsor Newton ink for the clouds. I painted in a bunch of like celestial stickle type stuff, which was fully an experiment, and I don't know if I like it because it warped my page, but you can kind of see all the sparkle in the sky. I want it to be kind of celebratory. So yeah, that was all alcohol marker 2, and this one was alcohol marker, right? Yes, this is an alcohol marker. And look what happens when you forget to do your divider page. You think I would have figured that out by now. And then lastly, this one, which all was pencil. I wanted the background to look like it was a gloomy day, and I really didn't. I made the mistake using a couple of grayish greens that I didn't swatch, and I just started in, and it turned out way darker than I thought. You know, you can see I use this lighter grayish green here and the darker gray up here. So I went in with my stickles to give it this squiggly kind of sky, little celestial magical look. Kind of softened it like a little, not so harsh. This was all pencil. All this was pencil. I don't know. I based the grass and stuff with marker and then pencil over the top. Same with the flowers. Yeah, so I'm really having a good time in this book. I'm looking forward to doing more. All right. My favorite. Let's look at my favorite, because this is my favorite book I've been working on, Girls of Summer. I love this book so much. I did like 6 pages last month. Let me see. What's new and what's old? So last month, well, let's just go through. This was this month. I wanted like a kind of Christmas themed colors, Christmas in July. So I kind of went with this. Didn't spend very long on it. Real basic job. Didn't do anything special with her glasses or anything. But really had fun with it. This one I did last month with a grandma. This one I did last month. This one I did last month. All of these are high quality alcohol markers. This one I did this month. So this was fun. This kind of neon. I wanted to use some neons to really get the bright sunny colors in there. Coordinated everything, the yellows and oranges and reds. So I thought that turned out well. All alcohol marker. This one was last month. And this one was this month. And this one was, what did I use? I used one of my new marker sets for this one. I believe I used my Faber-Castell new alcohol marker set I got for my birthday for this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it's very plain color palette. I tried to use the same browns in her hair versus the bow, so things would be coordinated. But you know, this is my color for relaxation, fun and easy book. Oh my gosh, there's another one I did this month. I forgot. Yep. This was my Retro Girl. This one was Copic skin tone markers for the African skin, and I wanted like just that navy blues and different blues and the orange. I love blue and orange together. And I did that same blues on her eyeshadow, and I forgot to put the white on her eyes, obviously, which I'll have to do that still. Yeah, so that was fun. Real simple, you know, but I'm really loving this book. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, quite literally. All right, 3 or 4 books left. Getting to my Cinderella spread. Another book that's on my bucket list I've been completing. You'll probably see I've been doing pictures each month. I've been doing some of these beautiful pictures, leaving a lot of white backgrounds. That one was last month. Anyway, this one is this month. Here. I love her. Look what I did with her wand. I did like a yellow marker and then yellow and clear stickles. And her eye makeup is in Prismacolor pencils. I put stickles on her dress, the little mushroom. They're gold stickles for the little mushrooms. And in this book, I am doing a lot of non-realistic colors in my characters. because that's what I like. I like fantasy and fairy tale stuff, and not a ton of super realism, because I like to escape realism when I'm doing my art. But yeah, she turned out gorgeous. And I am doing a Christine Caron book also in my new Patreon color along tutorial group for book completions, which I have not launched yet, but there is a book in there we'll be doing, which is not this book. Different book. All right, let's get down to this one now. This Sunday, I think I've mentioned, I'm going to be releasing a video with coloring books for sale and all the new things on my channel. And I'll be talking about these 2 pages. This is a book I'm going to be doing step-by-step tutorials in this entire book. This is Julia Spiri's Fairy Tale Fantasia. It's 2 sets of each picture. For the first time in my life, I'm doing one picture in Prismacolor pencils and the same picture in the other set in Ohuhu's, and tutorial for each similar color, so you can use whichever you would like. And these videos I also will be releasing for my group. So the first one I did, and you've probably seen some shorts teasers I did. Well, here's the alcohol marker version with Ohuhu's. So I did a full tutorial for this, including the little cat, and which color I used, and you watch me color. The video is like an hour and 50 minutes versus the same picture in Prismacolor pencils. Much softer, more pastel, versus a 4-hour video because pencil takes forever. So yeah, so you will be able to choose if you want to do a color along with Prismacolor pencils or Ohuhu's, the Honolulu Bee, the big mega set is the one that I've been using. And I'm likely going to be putting this in my new YouTube exclusive membership, where you can join and to see all my color along tutorial videos in full depth, because there'll be a lot of them. So yeah, my goal is to do this whole book on camera, one version of each, one in marker and one in pencil. So if you're interested in that, please make a comment below. I am trying to kind of get a feel for who might be interested in doing these tutorials from this book, and who likes that idea. I do have one I did here. We're about to get to my Cinderella spread, but this is my Victorian Grace by Lenka filonenka, another book I'm planning on finishing this year. That is my bucket list book, and I've been working on this book for a year before I even decided to have bucket list books, doing a couple pages each month, and I love it. I love how markers work in this book. I believe is that the one I did? Yeah, this is the one I did this month. I love this kind of dark turquoise, emerald, and coral color with the beige. And then I also did this one, which I did this one last month. I think I finished it this month. Yeah, this is the brand new one I did this month with the kind of gloomy, stormy day kind of a scenario. Yeah, but this book is real easy, and I've been doing so many pictures in here with markers. I just love it. This is available on Etsy. So now we're getting to my Cinderella spread, one of my bucket list favorite books. Still not fully dry, but I'm going to show you. So the book is an Etsy book by Zenyoji. It is Cinderella. This is it. And it's a little wet, so I can't close it all the way. I'm doing my very first spread in this book, which I'm so happy about. It was my longest task this month, and I absolutely adore it. I wanted this to be, obviously this is going to be Cinderella's castle. First of all, the panels took me so long, and darn it, I accidentally just got some glitter on the rough. Oh well. Each panel was done with 5 different browns, one at a time. It took me forever. So the castle and the fireworks, by the way, are done with, whenever you have a dark background, you want to do like fireworks or a neon sign or Christmas lights, use these Stabilo Boss translucent highlighters. You can buy like a 20-pack. They make all these unusual colors. They're the brightest highlighters I've ever seen. They do not go through, and they give that bright translucent look like you would get from like a Christmas light or a flashing neon sign or a fireworks. And so I used all my different bags of these. And I can link that set I have below. I've used it for so many things, you won't believe it. So highly recommended. So the castle, I wanted it to be like a girly castle, obviously blues with some pinks, you know, like my idea, if I could live in a castle, I would want a pink castle ideally, but I did blue and pink with the purple turrets. Some magic going on inside with the little bit of sparkles there. A little snow on this one tree, not much left from the winter. And you can see my little kitty and Cinderella looking forlorn, wanting to get out of Dodge and get over to there. I tried to do a kind of a celestial patch of universe. This was kind of a disaster. Like, it was this big old white space, and I'm like, what do I do with it? So I did it yellow. Oh, it's too bright. Let's put all these different stickles and make it look kind of like a celestial sky. So that I'm not real happy with, but I absolutely love it. And next I'm going to do, and I realized I need to do this next because it's the only other castle picture, and I don't want to forget what blues I used for the castle. I kept those pencils aside, so I want it to match. So I'm going to be doing this one next month. This book is gorgeous. I'm in love with it. I just love it. I'm going to be completing the whole book. One of my bucket list books. So believe it or not, you've officially seen everything I've colored this month, which is a lot. I don't even want to count. So please let me know your favorites and what you think of my pages. And let me know about the Mythographic books. And if you're interested in my Julia Sperry tutorial color along book and membership. And you'll hear more about that on my video on Sunday. Thanks everybody for watching.